Hello everyone, Felipe again here with Daniel. We're going to start another set of chokes. I'm sorry Daniel, okay. From side control using the gi. Let's start already. Nice to see you people moving the head sideways, up and down, circling the head everyone. The other. And hips. Okay, one. Lay down and reach. Sometimes inside. And hip escape. Sometimes inside one. And going to the turtle. And long stepping. Sometimes inside people. And switching the base, sometimes inside. And rolling here over the shoulder, landing on the knees, and forward, ending up in the same line, landing on the hips, rolling forward, ending on the same line. 5 times inside, back and forth, and up and down with the technical stand-up, staying base, hand returns, pushing back. Pay attention when you come up, people. Looking forward, and the leg behind the hand. Hand comes back, pushing through, up and down, 5 times inside, moving to the drills. Let's go. Okay, everyone, so we're going to do another one. Since we've done already in the gym, knee on belly and mount, I want to do a transition, which is start from side control, go to the knee on belly, mount and back to side control, okay? So we can add up to our specific training that we've been doing. What is important for us to understand, guys, is that I want to move without giving my opponent the chance to regain guard or to end up on top. So what is important, guys, when I come up to the knee on belly, I want to make sure that my opponent cannot turn the hip to me and hip escape, and that my opponent cannot turn the shoulder to the other side. So how is this going to play? I'm going to start in side control, and here I'm going to start putting my hand on her shoulder, okay? And the other hand I'm going to put on her hip, okay, on the side of the hip. So I'm going to push both down as I bring myself up so I can move to the knee on belly without letting my opponent move. Okay, now I have the knee on belly, I want to go to the mount. So I can keep my weight, my hands on her shoulder or on the floor, and I just want to slide my knee to the other side, open up, so my opponent cannot put me back into the guard, and I'm going to be on the mount. Now that I have mount, I'm going to push my opponent down, and I'm going to go back to the side control on the opposite side that I started. So leaning my body to the right, swinging my left leg around, coming back to the side control, and we're going to restart the sequence. So here, I'm going to push her shoulder down so she cannot turtle, and I'm going to push her hip down so she cannot hip escape. As I move up, knee on belly. Okay? Have knee on belly, hands on the floor, slide the knee, and I'm here on the mount. Pushing her hands down, shift my body to the left so I can swing my right leg around, going back to the side control. Okay, so we can start this slowly, okay everyone? And as we understand this, we're going to add some speed, but respecting the steps and not letting our opponent move. So I bring myself up with the knee on belly. Slide my knee to the mount. Swing my leg over to the side control and back with the knee on bed, the mount with the side control. Okay? Doing this again, everyone, for 3 minutes, and then you guys switch. Okay, whoever's on the bottom get on top. As I said, everyone, starting slowly so you can get the motions, and then speeding up as you get more comfortable with the position. All right, let's move to the position, everyone. Okay, everyone, so we're gonna work with the baseball choke, all right? And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna start on side control, but eventually I'm going to do this transition to the knee on bed, okay? So what is important for me, everyone? I'm gonna have the cross face, and I wanna keep my pressure here on the shoulder so that it cannot come up. So what I'm going to do is, I'm gonna keep the weight here on her face with the cross face, and I'm gonna start using the other hand to remove the jacket, the lapel from her belt. And now I'm gonna go here, not over the arm, but this time I'm gonna go here under her arm, and I'm going to feed the lapel to the hand that is behind the head. And again, everyone, palm of the hand facing down. And I'm gonna start to pull as tight as possible. Okay, now that I have this control right here, everyone, very difficult for Dana to get any underhooks on me. I'm gonna be in control of her shoulder. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, I wanna keep the control of the hip so she cannot move. So I already have the control of the shoulder with this grip that I have here behind the head. I'm gonna pull her hip down and move to the knee on bed with this grip. Okay, now that I have this grip, this hand is going to go here straight towards the other hand. I want to have this hand like a knife. Okay, I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna grab the same collar. Okay, I'm gonna have both hands together. So now the only thing that I'm going to do, people, is I'm gonna start to connect my both elbows together, and here I'm already adding pressure. Some people are already tapping here. Okay, but I just want to have both elbows together. If I keep going, she's gonna tap. Okay, but let's say that I'm dealing with someone really resistant. Okay, so I'm gonna push my elbow down, and what I want to do is this leg that I have up, I'm going to bring all the way to the other shoulder, turning, lowering my head so I can get the choke. What is important for us to understand from this? And this choke is called baseball choke. Some people also call samurai choke, doesn't matter how you're gonna call it. It's just to understand that I'm grabbing like this, okay? The first hand, grab the collar with the palm of the hand facing down. The other one, the palm of the hand facing up. And I'm grabbing, like I'm grabbing a bat, or if we want to call it a samurai, the sword, okay? That's what is important for us to understand when we're gonna go for the grip. So, one more time. I'm controlling Dania. I'm gonna keep the weight on her face. On the other side, I'm gonna remove the lapel, and I'm gonna bring the lapel under her armpit, and I'm gonna pull as much as I can and feed to the hand that is behind the head. Okay, I wanna be pulling. As long as I have this control, Dania cannot turn to me. So this is also very useful if I'm trying to get the mount or anything, Dania's not gonna be really able to move. I want to make sure that she can now move the hip as well. So I'm going to push her hip down, go to the knee on bed, and I'm going to be here. My hand is going to go straight, and I'm going to make the grip on the same collar that I already have. Okay, everyone? I want both hands on the same collar. From here, as I start bringing my elbows together, this is already enough to choke her. Okay? Let's say that she's not tapping, I'm trying to bring my knees together, my elbows together, I'm sorry. I'm gonna circle. So I'm gonna bring my hip all the way over the head, and I'm gonna start dropping my hip and my head towards her hip, and I get the choke. Okay? Let's move forward. I'm gonna show a variation when my opponent defends. Let's see that, everyone. Okay, everyone. So basically I'm going to do the same thing, okay? I'm going just to add one step if my opponent blocks my elbow. So I'm going to do it in a different angle, but it's the same thing. I'm gonna keep my weight on her head. I'm gonna, with the other hand, pull her collar out, and I'm gonna go under the armpit with the lapel and feed the lapel to the hand that is behind the head. Again, people, palm of the hand facing down. From here, everyone, I'm going to push her hip down, move to the knee on belly, get the baseball grip, and I have this situation. Then it's gonna start feeling this position happening, so she's going to start pushing my elbow up. Okay, everyone, as long as this elbow is here, there's no choke. All right, I cannot push my elbow down because she's blocking. So what I'm doing from here, the knee that I have on the belly, I'm going to slide over the arm until I can trap it. Okay, now that the arm is out of the way, I just keep rotating. So again, this knee towards her shoulder, I drop my head, and I get the choke. It is the same thing that we did before. The only difference is that she blocked, and I use my knee to remove her arm out of the way and get the choke. Okay? So one more time, people. Starting with side control. I remove the collar, feed it to the other hand, push the hip down, move up, get the collar, start attacking. She started to defend here. I'm not gonna be able to get this choke. Okay, so the only way to get the choke is to remove the hand out of the way. So I'm going to slide the knee that is on the belly over the forearm, moving forward, and here I'm just gonna keep rotating until I can get the choke and finish. All right, this one, people, no need to be fast, okay? You're gonna be able to do the transitions with all the controls that you need. So take your time so you guys can get the position as tight as possible, all right? You guys are gonna realize how powerful the submission is. It's really uncomfortable. So you guys can always switch, pay attention to the steps. Hope you guys have a great time. Let's train everyone. Okay, everyone, and as we've been doing, starting from side control, okay guys, 3 minutes of you attacking your opponent, getting any submissions you want. You guys can get the control. You guys can use this control for different purposes, for example, to mount and then attack from here. And your opponent is going to be fighting you, so if you get the mount when your opponent turns you to the side, okay, starting over, right? Trying the submissions from top, but the most important thing is that this doesn't happen, that your opponent ends up on top. So make sure, guys, that you keep a strong control. You can get the submission provided that you don't lose your control, okay? Your opponent either trying to end up on top or to get the guard back, whatever you want, okay? We do that 3 minutes and then you guys switch and then add some rolls to it. And I'll also suggest you guys to start from side control, but of course, I cannot see what you're doing, so training as much as you want, okay? Enjoy, guys, have a great time, see you tomorrow.